I decided to jump back in and talk about something else. And first, I'm going to read a quote from an anonymous person, but it goes around and it's more or less the center of what I'm trying to convey here. Given all the protests that happened yesterday, April 5th, be careful who you let on your ship, as some people will sink the whole ship because they can't be the captain. And that was a meme that was shared around a lot when January 6th happened 4 years ago, where Trump tried to overthrow the democratic process in our constitutional republic because he had lost and he couldn't be the captain anymore. And I just saw an article from, I believe it's the New Yorker, or I can't remember exactly, maybe it was New York Times, but he said something about Trump's ego being in charge of everything that's going on now, with the tariffs across the world, about the massive uh, deportation of undocumented immigrants, even legal immigrants who have green cards or have asylum status or refugee status, suddenly canceled out of the blue, and the massive layoffs and the government agencies without care or a review to properly cut what it needs to be cut. And it's something that many people are saying that is creating chaos around the nation and now around the world with his announcements of tariffs. And I mean, remember, US is the number one economic power in the world after China. So US still has a lot of weight in terms of business, marketing, economics, and finance around the world. But it has weakened. And now that it has weakened, people want to recover. They want to, like they say, make America great again. Maybe in terms of economy, how it was years ago, where the middle class was growing, where people were able to have the American dream, own a home, have enough money to live. And yes, it was not great for, say, minorities, which is something that Trump is trying to discount in the right-wing crowd, like, let's say, African Americans, the black people, back in the 60s and 50s and 70s, around that time when they say America was still in the right path. And something that got my attention about this article is something that I think about myself. Remember when Trump said last year, during his rallies, he said it maybe once or twice, and he said, I will be your retribution. And he keeps pushing the lie about like he was cheated out of the 2020 election to this day. And he has never provided proof for it. When he went on the Joe Rogan show last year, I think it was back in September, right before election, and even Joe Rogan pressed him at the time. You keep saying that there was fraud, and you have proof, and you have all this evidence. Sort of like the pillow guy who never showed anything. And Trump told him, I will come back to your show and I will show you. I don't have it with me. It's already been, what, almost 3 months into office. He hasn't offered to be on John Rogan's show to show proof. And it shows me that now that he's in power again, he doesn't really care to prove that there was election fraud. I mean, if it was me or any person with a normal integrity and a sense of decency and honor would say, hey, I'm going to find out about this fraud in 2020. I'm going to bring the proof. Now that I'm president, I'm going to bring it out. But he's sort of just quiet about it. Even people that were pushing his idea about um, the election fraud, like Sidney Powell, that lawyer that's talking about, they call the Kraken a lawyer. He's going to bring all the proof about switch votes by machines. And then the pillow guy, he's been kind of like out of the picture. He never mentions him anymore. And what I see now going on is I feel like it's something going on with his ego. He wants to get revenge. But he doesn't want to get revenge like he told everyone, oh, I will be your retribution. He is the retribution for himself. He's not trying to make peace. He's pretty upset that even though he won, and even though he got the electoral college, I know he's very aware that 77 million voted for him and 75 million voted for Kamala Harris. I think it bothers him to not know that he has the complete support of the American people. And I think he has something that I know there have been reviews about psychologists saying that he's sociopathic, he's narcissistic. And I think many Trumpers know this. They know he's really egotistic and really, really a flaw. And I've had Trumpers that I know in person that tell me in person, I hate that he does that. I hate that he runs his mouth and insults people. I hate that he's so egotistic. And people that are online and chats and social media everywhere defending him. When I talk to people personally up close and they tell me, yeah, I admit it. He's pretty flawed. Yes, all presidents in the past are flawed. We're all humans, but I feel like what he's got going on right now, he's got going on, I think, in a vendetta, not just with the liberals. I think against America is my opinion, because he's doing things that are out of whack. And then people on Fox News like Janine Pirro, the judge, like, oh, just the pain is coming. And many other conservatives and Republicans and Trump are saying, oh, there's going to be a little bit of pain. We're going to have a recession, maybe. We're going to have high prices, maybe. We're going to have this. No, we got to endure because we got to trust his plan. What plan? He doesn't know. He's not a god. Why are people putting faith on him? And what he's doing, he's plotting against, just, in my opinion, destroy America. Because he is so angry that America was not 100% with him because of his ego and of the state of his mind. He's a flawed, deeply flawed individual that just wants to hurt people, get revenge, attack, insult if they don't support him. And maybe many people say like a bully or like a spoiled child, but it is literally it. And I fear for what's coming because many people don't see it, but I can sense it from that article. He's doing this out of ego, retribution for himself and no one else. He doesn't care who he hurts. And at this age he has now, he's older. He knows he's going to be gone in 5, 10, 15 years, maybe even 20 years. Let's give him 20 years. He knows he's gone. He knows he's aging, but he wants to like make the most of it because he doesn't believe in God. He wants to squeeze his ego in his mind to the end because he does not believe in God. He's not a Christian man. And that's my take. However you want to take it, that is the truth. Anyway, I feel I wanted to share that.